Okay. What's up, Jay?
Hey, Maria. I'm okay. How you doing?
Good? Later.
I can't be Jay is not in here.
I know. I know. I would think he would be in here too. Jay, I went to Mauna Loa today, and I picked up some pea puffers. They got in some pea puffers. They got them in real small, so should be a good tank I can make. Ooh, oh no.
He talking about he had a bad day.
Mm.
Up here singing some Ice Cube backwards. Before to say I had a good day.
Yeah. Acarismo Jumbo ES. What's up?
Today was a good day.
Don't want to talk about it. I get that. Would that look good? No, it's not.
Where Jesse at?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, where's Jesse at?
Probably sleep.
You don't have work.
Hmm?
Jesse don't. Jesse may be working. Oh crap. Maybe it worked. Never know. Do. In Brazil, it's pleco code. In Brazil, pleco is called cascudo. In Brazil, pleco. Hmm. Ugh. I don't know if y'all saw the. I don't know if y'all saw not Jay's, but Jesse videos.
I saw one earlier.
The one he did with Jimmy.
You know, they was in the water.
Yeah, I was gonna go to that one. I just had school. It was school night, so I couldn't go. But looked like fun. Looked like they had a good time. I always wanted to do something like that. But talking to Jesse earlier, he said he's gonna give me some. He said he was gonna give me some of what they caught that night.
Hmm.
So apparently, like one tang, he's gonna give me. Should be pretty fun in my opinion. Can't wait for that. Hmm.
Ooh, shell shocker play. Hey, big. Hey, Pecker Whisper. It's me, the
Hmm.
the bristlenose collector.
Collector. He catches from the wild, or he. I don't know what he means with that.
I have a coupon you might need to use. I meant to make him a mod,
Hmm.
and I keep forgetting to do it.
Gotta make me a mod. Hmm.
I did.
You did? Oh, let me
Type
check.
something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You did.
Hey, Big Easy. Hope all is well today. Everything is great.
Mm-hmm. 3 day weekend. All about fish for the next few days. Should be good. Sherry, Sweeney's fish room. Hello.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. Sure did. You get 15% off. Okay, good night. At 9:45.
15
Shell
for
Shocker, did you write down that promotion code?
it's Sonics.com.
Sonic,
It's Sonic.
huh?
Yeah. What do you give it? What do they sell? Take a look.
He sells reptile supplies and fish supplies.
Oh, okay.
Got nice prices too.
I'll take a look. Because I'm ordering a lot of stuff online. Like getting a lot of plants in right now. So try to take a look at that afterwards. Sonics.com.
It's not expensive either,
No.
especially with that 15% off.
Hmm. It's good you're doing partnership with them. Saves us money.
Hmm.
Good you're doing a partnership. Saves us money now.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
What's up, Dub? I'm here. Good afternoon.
Dub, I ordered the Anubius, the Pinto, the Anubius Nana Pinto, the one that you have. Hopefully that comes in nicely.
I was wondering where my drink was.
Oh, in the Jesse's video, I was surprised they caught an octopus. If you guys H2O or not H2O, but Jesse's channel, they fishing video he did with Jimmy caught an octopus.
Yeah, I saw the octopus. I was wondering, did he take it back to
His tank. I don't know. Apparently they're illegal to keep here, but I mean I kept an octopus before. But the main worry rate is just don't let that thing get out.
But you got to seal them up real good
Oh yeah, you need like a actual cover because
because
just
they peak and fit. They can get through.
right, just if if the beak can fit, I mean So really, they don't need that much room. But I don't know. It was a good sized one too. I don't know if they ate it. Because in Hawaii, we eat octopus.
I asked him about the baby lobster. He said, "No, we can't eat the baby lobster. It's too small."
Yeah, illegal, I think, to eat it that small. But I mean, you
Mm,
should have kept it though. Honestly, I would have kept that. That was a pretty good catch, in my opinion.
I got a lot of fish work. I got to clean these tank in the morning.
Hmm. Yeah. We're not on camera now because I can't. I can't get on camera. But I'm trying to. I'm working on my pea puffer tank.
I'm
Just
gonna
got.
film it on Big Easy when I'm cleaning them.
Dub. I got the pinto. Is that how far lady that is?
I need a long video for Big Easy. So I guess I'm gonna get up in the morning and start cleaning tanks out.
Yeah, me too. Apparently tomorrow I was supposed to do one stream with Flynn's Fish Room. You know who that guy is?
No.
Some YouTuber, and Danny's all my age, but no, I guess next week I'm gonna be. But yeah, is it time? I ordered it last no 2 nights ago, so it's gonna come in about a week. It's a Nana. It's just regular Nana, so it's the size that you have. I don't think they make the Nana petite, the one that is a the small one. It's just a regular Nana. Still should look good in whatever tank I decided. Order one banana.
I'm trying to wait. I think these albinos are getting big.
The plecos.
Yep.
Oh, mm. Your bushfish looks cool. Jay.
I had both of them together at one time.
Hmm.
They got one right there. Look like a Cory cat and a albino pleco.
Oh yeah. They
It
helps.
do look like a doggone Cory cat for a second.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Where'd you get that one from?
I grew it.
You grew it? Nice. Hmm. Usually I go to like what Petco and I always see they have baby albino bristlenoses in stock. Just real
I know a
small.
lot of them don't make it. I
Uh,
noticed that a lot of albino plecos don't make it. If
hmm.
you get them, that you
Is
a
it like
lot of them can't be born, but a lot of them just don't make it.
is it just because they're hard to feed when they're
They
that?
hard to survive.
Hmm. I mean, I can see that. I don't know if they're like the hardiest fish,
I
right?
know I got two inside the 75-gallon. I'm at 75-gallon, but
God damn it!
I know those two over here in that canister is too small.
Mm-hmm.
But them two in there should be. They look like they can be big enough to be shipped. I gotta get some ice pack.
Who are you shipping them to?
I'm gonna ship a lot of these plecos out to Eric next month. The
To
ones that's big.
hmm. Who you? What ones are? What were the ones you're gonna ship to Jesse?
Jesse, well, I'm waiting till they get more bigger.
Hmm.
The albino ones Jesse wants,
Albino,
and
but
he want the females.
hmm. Hmm. But yeah, gotta hurry up. Gotta do it before the end of the year, yeah. Cause unless Jesse renews his what you may call, unless he renews his wait, yeah, unless he gets his permit renewed, then he won't be able to take in unless you. I mean, I guess if you don't do with like the regular United States Postal, if you do like FedEx or something like that, then he'll most likely get it. But yeah,
Cause these is getting big.
mm. They grow fast or they slow growers. The plecos. Like, like how long does it take them to mature?
3 or 4 months.
Oh, okay.
They get about 2 inches. I can mail them on out there to Eric.
Mhm.
But the ones that 2 inches, I'm not gonna send them.
Mm. I see. Yeah.
I know I got about 6 or 7 that's big enough to go on out there.
Albinos. Mm. Dubs and nerd snails are illegal. Not your problem. Here in Hawaii, they are also illegal. The snails. The reason why we can't get in snails, or the reason why snails are illegal in Hawaii, is because we have native species of snails. So we have, nerites can be in brackish saltwater. We have brackish and saltwater nerites, just like a black shell. And again, it's same as the reason for like we can't keep shrimp, crossbreeding. They don't want none of that. If you release them, so.
I gotta go through that bucket of snails.
Snail. It's a fish tropic over here. Is
Just
that?
chop it.
Yeah.
Okay. Pregnant. I'm about to clean that tank out tomorrow.
Yeah. Guppies. Oh shoot! I'll break this light. The Monte Carlo I just ordered came in today. Or yesterday, I mean. It's pretty good. Ooh.
It's quiet tonight.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where everybody at.
Mm-hmm.
Don't we? No, no. I don't know who usually streams at this time, but
There's nobody in the chat. Hey D, how you doing? Oh no, she got a tank that's leaking.
ah, yeah, it's never good.
Hmm?
No, I'll be honest. I never had a tank that leaked for me before. Never in my life. I'm being serious. Never. All my tanks have stayed perfectly intact for my life, which is really good.
You think it was bump when I put it on the shelf?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Where is everybody?
I have no idea.
What?
It's Friday night.
Oh, people actually are doing something on a Friday night?
I guess so.
Ugh.
Carson told me to ask me to start a stream up, so I started a stream up. D got a Lincoln tank, so she trying to fix that Lincoln. Her tank is leaking. Well, she working on that.
Oh boy.
I gotta give
I
you
was
this
falling.
promotion code.
Which one?
Promotion code.
For what?
Pexonic. He gave me a 15% promotion code off on his product.
Who is that?
Pasonic, that guy that Susan.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes, I saw that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She has, yes, she sponsors or that I don't know if she's sponsored by them, but she does have their icon in her live streams a lot.
All right.
Oh, I was falling asleep on the couch and I thought I'd come into the stream to wake up. Thought there'd be a bunch of shenanigans.
Nothing
And
today. Everyone's all quiet.
yeah.
No one's joining.
It's Friday. It should be cray cray up in here.
Early.
Well, I'm streaming later tonight. Hopefully that will be a little better. Get more people in there.
Well, I'm just chilling.
Mm.
Looks like while I was in Peru, somebody scanned my card, my bank card.
Oh no.
So now my bank account's been frozen. And my bank
Oh.
card is been my card number has been blah blah
Deactivated.
blah blah blah. Well, not actually. It's just frozen because it's Friday afternoon of a 3-day holiday weekend.
No money.
So nothing will happen until Tuesday. It's a 3-day government holiday. You know, not 3 days, but Monday is a government, a federal holiday, and so I can't deal with it until Tuesday. So that's awesome. But the lady at the bank was super, super, super awesome with me. They were just about to close the bank, and they had called me earlier this morning from an 800 number, which I ignored because I didn't know what the 800 number was, who it was, and I was at work. I figured it was somebody trying to sell me something or some bill that I needed to pay or something weird. So I just ignored it and didn't call them back. But they were trying to call me to let me know that they understood the situation, that it was about to be a 3-day weekend, and that if I wanted any money or access to my funds, I needed to come to the bank today so that I could withdraw money to get myself through the weekend or whatever I needed to do. So, lady at the bank was really cool. She says, if you can get here within 3 minutes, I will help you out. So the bank was closed, but I got to the bank and they unlocked it and let me inside, and they let me withdraw cash so that I had money to get through the weekend. That's pretty sweet of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus, it's also a really good bank because I have a commercial bank account, and whenever anything funny happens with my account, they freeze it, which I do appreciate. Honestly, you could look at it two different ways, but every time they've ever frozen my account, it was for good reason. And this is the second time that this has happened to me this year. And it's
Oh.
because of, well, first of all, it happens down here in the Caribbean because it happens anywhere where you have very, very, very poor people, it seems. Because
Hmm.
people that are very poor tend to, do desperate things to make money. So what these people do
Right.
is they have a machine, they have a scanner. I didn't realize how powerful it is. They can scan a card within a 30-foot radius. They don't have to be right next to you. They don't have to be sitting next to you. They don't have to have the card in their hand and swipe it. They can scan and pick up that card information from within a 30-foot radius of their
Yeah.
device.
So really,
So
they can be scanning like a ton of people at a time.
yes, and that's what they do. These people, what they do is they scan. They sit near the airport, inside the
Mhm.
airport, outside the airport. They hang out in heavily populated people with lots of tourists, and then they collect hundreds of credit card numbers and they sell them to somebody else. So they just make money off of selling your number, and then
Oh.
somebody else uses that number in another country. So this actually, the fraud actually happened in Canada. So they sold the card information to somebody in Canada, and then so the actual transaction that was trying to get placed that flagged my account was somebody somewhere in Canada at a clothing outfitter was trying to buy $372 worth of clothes with my card number in Canada.
Hmm. You would think if it's such a, if there's poor people doing this, they can afford that kind of technology to do this.
Well, and you would also think that places like the airport that the police, I mean, I guess it's kind of hard. It's a lot of money to be spent to try to deal with this one issue, and you never know where to be looking. But anyways,
Some type of jamming
especially at the
device.
airport, that the police would have some kind of devices of their own that could kind of see hot signals like that, like powerful signals. But then again, it's just an RF reader. It's just a powerful RF reader. But you would still think that they've got to have some kind of technology that can
Yeah.
could see these through some other kind of infrared, um, their own cameras, and actually be able to see this
You know,
signal being emitted from their backpack or something as they're walking around in the airport or something. But it could have been anything and anywhere. And I know that I did not use my card once. I had a reason to. Cash on me, and I took that cash and I had all cash, American money on me, $100 bills. I took the money and I went and I exchanged it for Peruvian money, and I used Peruvian money the whole time I was there.
uh,
So my bank card was in a wallet in my backpack the whole time. So they could have even come up to our vehicle, like the van that we had with all of our stuff with us, and somebody could have just stood next to our vehicle saying, "Oh, this is a van full of tourist stuff." Stood next to our vehicle and scanned our bags. And it's funny because I didn't say anything, but I thought to myself, Dwayne, you're just being a goober and you're overreacting. And
hmm.
you're just in fear. But he had all of his cards inside of one of those special
Wallets.
wallets.
Yeah, I see
And
advertisements
I
for those.
and I I was thinking to myself, oh, you're just over, I to myself I'm thinking, you're just overreacting. You're just being fearful. That's a waste of time and money to even buy one, whatever. Like
Yeah.
laughing, and then it turns out that
You
he
get.
was so right. He was so right.
It's kind of like karma,
Oh boy.
Just like
Huh?
bad karma.
Yeah, it's intriguing a little bit too. It's interesting that how they do this, but I did not realize how powerful the devices were,
Oh yeah.
and that they could scan so far away from them, like that, because it really, 30 feet, that gives you room to be really inconspicuous and be really
Mhm.
sneaky. It's really creepy too, to me as well. It's like,
Yeah, you said you were in the Caribbean, right? That's where you are.
yeah. So it's happened to me here once because of, and the transaction took place in the Dominican Republic.
Oh,
So the actual fraud took place in the Dominican Republic. So my bank saw of course, my bank saw that I had just spent money in a grocery store here, and then 15 minutes later, I'm trying to buy clothes buy something in the Dominican Republic, and so it totally the computers for my bank, it totally flags it, and
right,
red flags it, and it lets the human know and freezes my account until they investigate it. So this is really cool. I do appreciate my bank for handling things like that, but yeah, so there's some poor people from from the Dominican Republic that I guess do this as well. And I've been told that when I talked to the bank today about the first incident, I brought that up that this is the second time this year that this has happened
mm,
to me. They were
hmm,
saying that there's some location in Red Hook from based on their investigations and from their investigations, they've kind of located the hot spot to be some business bar or restaurant or something in Red Hook, which is a town in the Big Island, where a lot of these activities the activity seems to be happening there. So there's somebody over there in that town that at least one person that is scanning cards and selling the information off to selling the information off to somebody in the Dominican Republic, which is an island not too far from here.
You're from Turks and Caicos.
Oh, I wish. No, U.S. Virgin Islands. It's the United
Oh,
States territory, like Puerto
okay.
Rico.
I recently just went to the Bahamas, um, maybe like a month ago. Is that far away from where you are?
Yes.
That is.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Right.
Bahamas is different area. I'm in the northern West Indies, which
Mm,
is I'm a lot closer to Puerto Rico than anything,
you're
and the
far.
British Virgin Islands. Puerto Rico, you have the U.S. Virgin Islands, the British Virgin Islands in that order
Are you
as you're
from?
going.
Are you like far away from like? Let's see. You're far away from like Florida.
Yes.
Mm.
I'm right next to Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
I'm a 30-minute plane ride from Puerto Rico.
Mm.
We're not the same territories, but we are all U.S. territories. We're the same
Right.
in the same way that we are all owned by the United States in the same way, but we are not the same territory as Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is its own territory, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, which is made up by 3 islands, is another territory.
Okay.
But we're 30 minutes away from each other. It's a hop,
Mm.
skip, and a jump away. Kind of the
Right.
thing where some people who have the money to play like that, you just go over to Puerto Rico for the weekend to have
Mm.
fun
Oh man.
because
Because they can.
it's a lot of private money too. It's a much wealthier island, so it's
Uh,
and it's bigger, so it's like going to the big city
mm.
for our territories. And they just raise their taxes, so it's real expensive now to go there. But it's nice. And Puerto Ricans, there's a lot of private money, a lot of very well dressed people, a lot of private money, a lot of nice restaurants and clubs and hotels and bars and restaurants and stuff. It's not like we have our stuff here too, but
Those
I don't
the
think we're as nice as Puerto Rico, to be honest. They've got it. I mean, well, at the same time, they have a lot of poverty and whatever, but the big cities are a lot bigger than any of our big cities that we would think of as a
Like in
big
Hawaii,
city. Yeah,
I live
Puerto
on
Rico could
the,
be more like Hawaii. Yeah.
I live on the main island, so I kind of get it. Like all the other islands in Hawaii don't get as much love as we do,
Right.
and it makes sense because we have what like 80% of the population on Oahu, our island. So
Now, don't get me wrong. Puerto Rico doesn't get. We get more love probably than Puerto Rico does. Puerto Rico is kind of treated like it's its own country. They maintain themselves. Their money that they have is private money. It's just very wealthy people that have had their own businesses. They have their own money. Like when I say private, like so, there's a lot of wealth there. There's a lot of nice homes and a lot of people with really fancy cars and lots of fancy clothes and a lot of bling bling.
mhm.
But it's all private. It's not. They're not
Or-
taken care of by the government very well. Just like we're not very well taken care of by the government. I mean,
right.
but most of the wealth down here in the Caribbean, you're either poor. If you have money, it's because you created your own business and you worked hard and you created your own money. And you know, or you were born into it. There's a lot of very wealthy people I know in Puerto Rico that they never worked a dime. They never worked a day in their life for the most part. Their parents, they just inherited the money from their parents
That's,
through the land or stuff like that, you know.
yeah. I mean, how
And
it works sometimes.
it works.
You're born wealthy. Lucky you.
Yeah, or not lucky. I don't know. It
Mhm.
just depends on how you look at it. I think that sometimes I have one friend of mine that I grew up with that not came from a very wealthy family, but she was smart enough to realize that it wasn't healthy for her, and she had a real big fight with that because she had plenty of wealth at her disposal because of her family,
Uh,
but it was causing her problems because she was not she could get away with not doing anything. And so, but she did not want to be like that. And so there was a certain point in her life where she totally threw it all, you know, said, I don't want anything from you guys. I don't want to be like that, you know. And it
yeah.
took off and did her own thing to get away from the money because she could see that it was spoiling her and
Mhm.
it was keeping her from like moving on in her life. And you know, it was
Right.
interesting. It was interesting to see her because most people that are growing up that way would just keep taking it, just keep taking the love and just soak it up as long as they can.
I know it doesn't sound
And
good, but I feel
she
like
saw past it.
I would be like that too. I mean, if I was born like that, I feel like I would have had the mentality, right? Like, you know, everything is good. Why change it?
I
And
would have taken the money and started my own business with it, and then be on my own and be like, "See ya." But I
Mhm.
think maybe that's just the way I'm thinking is because I'm trying to, you know, be my own entrepreneur and do my own thing, and like I would totally love that money right now, but I would invest it into my own business and then and 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 then be self sufficient, not
Mhm.
just continue to spend it on stuff
Right.
and soak it up.
Like fish
Live in my
tanks.
parents' mansion.
Now, how big is the fish community down there?
There isn't one. I'm it.
You're it.
Yeah, I'm it. I'm the
I mean,
fish doctor.
like you. I'm thinking, right? Okay, right. How are you gonna get fish?
I bring them in. I mean, there's one pet store here where there's a vet office that has fish, but they don't take care of the fish. They just see it as maybe some form of revenue for their office. It's a long story, so I've told some other people about it, but the vet office had two owners, husband and wife, and the husband, which he still lives here, and when I when I moved here, I grew up in fish keeping. My father, we always had tanks, but you know, living here, I thought there was a point when I got here, I was like, I'm gonna get back into fish. Like I'm gonna get my own, start doing my own thing. And I started going there, and I I had a couple of tanks in another house I lived at, not here, and I had bought a couple of tanks, and I went in there and I picked his brain. I realized that the one owner, the husband, he grew up breeding fish. He was a total fish nerd. He paid his way through college breeding fish, like,
Wow.
and so he had it all down. He knew what to do, and I'd come in there, and he probably was a little annoyed by me because I had questions every time I came in, but he had good answers, And I'd be like, "So how do you do this? And how would you create this? And how would you create this environment to breed this fish? And what would you do with the egg?" Like I had all these crazy questions for him,
Yeah.
and um, anyways, so he had a really cool setup in this one original location of of the vet office, and he had like 20 tanks set up, and he would bring in fish from I think they get their stuff from Seagrass Farms, from Seagrass,
Florida.
and out of Florida. So the fish would come in, and he would literally call me the day that the fish came in, and he wouldn't sell the fish for a week. He quarantined the fish, watched them, observe them before he would let anything that was new be sold to anybody. He was really responsible about it, and he knew what he was doing. And he had the medications, and he medicated tanks and quarantined tanks and stuff like that with fish that he had just brought in. Anyways, he had it together. Well, they got a divorce, and in the divorce, she got the vet, the whole business, the veterinarian clinic. She was also a vet, so she got the business, and with the business came all the tanks. Everything got dissolved. He turned his back, walked away from it all. It was probably a very uncomfortable situation, and he just left it all behind. And so she had all the tanks. So she moved to a new location. She kept 10 of the tanks and set them up with some of the racks that he had built himself from before. And then she just buys like every once a month. So she orders fish from Seagrass, and it sits in the tanks until it dies. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't do anything really with it. She doesn't maintain it properly, and they don't like to see me because, well, I tried to be cool with him and help him at one point. I even was at a point where like I offered to come in and take care of the fish. Like, I would come in the tanks once a week, do water changes, observe the fish, set up quarantine tanks, medicate them, and they could just pay me for like 4 or 6 hours a week, which is still like completely minimal for what you would need to do to maintain 10 aquariums full of fish that were brought in from Seagrass. But they didn't want to deal with me, and they didn't want to pay me, and so that wasn't an option. And at this point, I've just kind of boycotted them. I have a dog, so the dog, has a good than the other. Anyways, it's the only vet office on the island, so I don't burn the bridge. I can't ruin that. Like, I can't completely tell them to F it, but I don't buy fish there anymore. I don't support that side of their business anymore, which is a bummer. And it's really hard for me to go in there and then see just fish dying in the tank, and I want to buy them so bad just to save their lives, And I just wish that I live on way too small of an island. If it was lucrative enough to like pay the bills, I would open up my own fish store here, but it's not a I mean, Corey could attest to it. Like, it's not a big business. Like, you gotta love it. You're not gonna make a lot of money in a pet store business unless you're getting into salt water as well, and you create ability, and then you're still gonna be paying lots of money in electricity to keep it open. You're gonna go through many employees just to have good employees in the store. Yeah, and in the end, everything's going online. So, anyways, but I thought about doing it here. I thought about creating like, opening up my own establishment. So what I do basically is I just keep what I keep in my apartment, and for the most part, I'll sell plants and I'll help people with medications and stuff. But people know about me, and anytime someone on like a Facebook group here locally says something, has a question about fish, just brings up fish. They always, they almost always post my name in the comments, and somebody gets a hold of me, and I just support I support anybody locally who needs help.
See, the good thing about Hawaii is we get a lot of stores, so we don't have that problem where you are.
No. Yeah, I don't have nothing. I don't have a community either. Like I have no. That's why I get in here in Big Easy stream, and I have a YouTube channel. Honestly, because that's one of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel is I have no community here. There's no one to hang out with. There's no fish clubs. There's no one, not one friend that I can go over and like look at his tanks and come over here and
If I'm being honest,
check out all my new Peruvian fish. Like it doesn't exist.
Why don't you move to like
The United States?
I know it's hard, right? You grew up here, and it's like same for me, right? We get a lot of restrictions. I'm not as bad as what you have, or like like with what fish have, but I am thinking about when I grow up, college, get a good job. I do consider moving to like Seattle or some northwestern city.
I've been invited to Seattle by the clan up there, by the fish clan, the fish family.
Right, exactly.
They've invited me up there, and
I wouldn't mind moving up there because I already know. I'm only in high school, but like, I know Jimmy, and I can just live up there. That way, I can that way I can keep more species and have more knowledge, more people who are knowledgeable.
I would be tempted to move back to the States, but I would be moving in an effort to upgrade my business and my business plan, and it would be for business primarily. Like I'd be going to an area that would be good for that. But I'm not just I wouldn't just go to Seattle to be close to a bunch of other YouTubers. Like that's also kind of a little too superficial. I'd be going, somewhere where I'm going to be happy, somewhere where I'm going to want to like raise a family or do my thing. But also,
Are you happy in where you are? Like,
not really anymore. I've been here almost 20 years. But I'm trying to kind of more structure my business plan before I make that step. I'm kind of not there yet, but I'm close. And then the end is to just kind of make a choice that combines a few different things, including like finding a place where I can buy a house reasonably priced, but my business plan is part of it. Like I'm not just going to move for where I want to be. I'm not just going to move to be around other YouTubers. I'm going to move for a combination of reasons, but definitely my business and my YouTube channel will be part of that. I want to buy a house or get into a place where I have like a studio space and a fish room and some way to upgrade my business while I move. And still
raised in Virgin Islands, or
I moved here when I was 20.
You were 20?
I moved here on my own when I was 20 years old.
Oh, why was that?
Because it's a freaking island in the Caribbean.
True. You're right.
I moved here to play on the beach and drink frozen drinks and and just whatever. Play. I think mostly just to play and get away from the rat race. That was kind of my mentality. I was young and dumb, and I just wanted to run away, get out of the States and away from, take off the suit and tie and stop playing the corporate game and get out of my cubicle. And because before I moved here, I worked for a national bank. I wore a tie to work every day. I had my little 4-foot by 4-foot cubicle in a huge office building, heavily secured with hundreds of employees, and created software applications and beta softwares for financial industry. And it was to like popcorn without butter. I don't know how to describe it. It was bland and boring and completely just ate my soul from the inside out.
Oh
I had
wow.
to get I had to get out of there, and that's kind of one of those things that pushed me here. Plus, I grew up in Mexico when I was a kid, so I kind of had a taste for the temperate zone and the subtropics and stuff. I wanted to get back to that, my childhood, back to my
Mm.
youth.
How
So
so yeah.
it's fun. It's fun. It was fun. It was fun for the first 10 years. My 20s were awesome. And then my 30s here have just been lots of hard work to live in a place where I have a beach to go to on my free time. And then you end up working so hard to make real money that you realize I haven't been to the beach in 2 months. So
Right.
it's a balance. What's up?
What's your actual job here?
I'm a plumber by trade. I'm a chef. I'm a plumber, and I work for a construction company. So I also do carpentry now, random different
You are skilled.
construction-based
You're
projects. I
skilled.
do a little electrical, plumbing, painting, kind of a jack of all trades. But plumbing is in the construction world, plumbing is
You are
my
skilled.
actual trade.
I mean, you're somewhat skilled. And like you can. I mean, you make. I guess you make a good living then.
Oh, I got enough skills, at least construction skills under my belt that when I go back to the States and buy a piece of property or buy a house, I'll definitely have no problem getting in there and do a total remodel. That's kind of my idea. Go back to the States, buy some place in maybe they're not the perfect neighborhood, a neighborhood that's moving back up, that's rebuilding kind of and coming back up and get in there and buy a cute little place and add some wood floors and you know redo the roof, redo some paint the place and
Yeah.
rescape the property and put a little koi pond in the backyard and
Mhm.
put it back on the market within like 2 to 3 years and sell it and get another and move on to the next one. Do a couple of those
Mhm.
and build some money up, create some capital while I'm also creating my own business around the fish keeping hobby.
Right.
That's the plan. Get back to the States eventually. Just a lot more people, and it's a lot easier to do business. Business is cheaper.
Right.
The cost of operations for a business like what I want to do is a lot cheaper there than here.
Right. For me, like I'm not saying I want to start a pet store. If you know what I mean. If I do anything that for fish keeping that's money involved, like business kind of thing involved, then I would have to say I would at least try start an online thing.
Yeah, I think that anybody who wanted to start up a fish store at this point in time, I think that it would be horrible to not go into it with a website and a product line and mail order on your website, even for the customers that you have in the surrounding area. So they might come to your shop, they might have had to drive 45 minutes to come, and next time they want to buy that fish food or buy that medication, they can just go online and order it instead of driving 45 minutes, which a lot of people that would do that. So like,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's people from around the world that might buy your product when they find your website online. But I know for a fact that Corey makes profits more off of his website than he does his retail shop
Oh, for sure.
because the cost of
Because
operation, the cost of operation is so much greater for an actual physical storefront.
because that's what Jimmy said. The store does make a lot of money. I'm not allowed to review how. I'm not allowed to say how much exactly they make, but hear me out. It's a good amount of money, and
No, I wasn't with. I was with. Yeah, I spent a lot of time with Corey. We went over all that, but yeah, when you think about a website, you have a lot less costs of operation. It's a website.
oh
You don't have water, electricity, rent, employees, upkeep, maintenance.
yes,
It's a
but you still got to
website.
realize that you do like for the warehouse. You still got to make. You still gotta have
No,
somewhere.
you need to have a
But
warehouse, but you could do that in your basement at home, like Rachel O'Leary does it, or many other people, and have the UPS truck show up every other day and take boxes away. Like you can
especially
do it in your basement.
especially when how can I say this? Especially when you're taking the plants out of your own tanks, right? It's tanks that you already have set up. It's tanks. It's stuff that
Oh,
aren't
that's only you're only gonna make so much money doing that. But I mean, you look at someone like H2O
right.
Plants. He had to build a facility in his basement, and he had to put up a lot more tanks because if you got the demand, if you can't fill that demand, you're not going to be that business that you want to be and make the money that you're looking to make. So he's got probably 100 tanks now. Maybe I don't think it's that much, but he's got a lot of tanks in his basement now that he didn't have originally when he started the business plan. And they're not just tanks for him; they're tanks specifically there to house plants and grow out plants and keep plants alive until they're sold on a website. And the U.S. Postal Service truck pulls up probably every day around 2 or 3 o'clock and picks up a whole load of boxes from his back door or whatever
He
of
made.
his house.
I'm just curious. Does he make a lot of money?
I'm sure he does if he's doing it out of his home. I was invited to go there in October. He's gonna have a house party, um, and I was invited to go to that house party third weekend of October. And
Mhm.
I would go because I'd like to see his facilities. But I mean, I've seen it all on his live streams. It's his basement of his house, and he's
Yeah.
just got rows of tanks, and he's got a big shipping table where he
Mhm.
lays everything out in bags and boxes, all the plants, and ships them out. He's got a whole little printing, a desk station there with a printing and a printer and a scale, and he prints out shipping labels, slaps them on the box. It's a whole process. I mean, I've done that before, and that's it's just a repetitive routine thing. You send out one package, you can send out 100, but it takes a lot of time. It takes one person or two people. It's a full-time job. If you have a real job in business, real going on, you're gonna be putting out 30, 40 boxes a day into the
That's the
mail.
promotion code.
Have you
I
ordered
mean,
plants from him?
I was
My
part of his
volume working.
subscription.
Yep.
I was part of his subscription box, but it was just a little overpriced for me.
Mm.
I think it was $35 a month,
Oh.
and I paid 25 for the My Aquarium box. And I like the My Aquarium box because it's not just plants; it's all kinds of other stuff.
Hmm.
Um, and then when it comes to plants, you might not get plants that you want. So I don't know. It was just a little. It was I tried it, but I didn't keep doing it because for $35 for just plants, it
Like
was
what types
kind
of
of.
plants did he ship out?
Well, it's an assortment. You don't know what you're gonna get, and then I mean, after you figure after 3 or 4 boxes, you're gonna get the same plants again. You're gonna
Yeah.
start get, you're gonna get another Amazon sword like 3 months down the road. One of the plants that's gonna be in your assortment is probably gonna be another Amazon sword, or oh, I got Java moss again. Like,
Right, because he's
I don't
not.
know. Maybe they keep a record of your file. Like maybe they'll keep a record of you individually and go, oh, we've already given him Java Fern 2 months ago. We gave him a Java Fern, so let's not give him Java Fern this month. But
But it's
I don't
not
know
like
how
he's
they
gonna
handle
give
it.
you out like, oh wow, okay, this month I got like in Anubias Nana, Snow White, or something.
Yeah, I don't know how they handle it on his end and how they organize it, but it was just a little pricey for me. It wasn't bad. The plants were very healthy in good condition. They were
No,
packaged properly. It was done well, but it was still just $35 a month for
but
like I
that
think it
was
was
a
three
lot.
or four plants.
Mhm.
I think it was 3 plants. It might have been 3 or 5. I'm not sure, but I think they describe it on their website.
You know, Jimmy was telling me a lot about the feuds that they have, right?
Do what?
the feuds that they have with other people, like Aquarium Co-op, like you know how they have their like Aqua Pros, Aquarium Co-op,
Well, they're buddies, but
right?
Aqua
But they,
Pros.
yeah, I know they're buddies, but they don't like get along with like a lot of other people. That was Jimmy was telling me. I mean, I'm not allowed to get like into the full details, but you know they're saying that.
Well, I talked to. I mean, you. It's more so other people online that maybe don't want to hear. You don't want to share this with, but I know. I
Hey,
I spent 2 weeks with Corey. Like I talked about it
what's
all.
going on with you tonight?
We
None.
talked about it all. But yeah,
None.
I'm just watching the Dodgers Diamondbacks.
Matthew,
Okay.
happy Friday.
You
Hey,
wrote the information down?
I did.
I was hearing about how they were like they don't get along with H2O, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. But in my opinion, I classify it as West Coast versus East Coast. You know, the main feud. Because right, you get Aquarium Co-op, Aqua Pros. I mean, all these, you know, they're the buddies, all from, you know, West Coast.
Yeah, and that's kind of my crew too. That's why when I was invited to H2O, when I was invited, kind of invited to that house party, I was like, I know
Of course, you
Corey's
got
not
the
gonna go.
inside scoop.
So, like Corey's not gonna go, so I'm probably gonna hang out with Corey and the other guys. So they're not going to that house party. I know that.
No, for sure. Sure. I mean, when I mean East Coast, I mean, well, like, you get, who's friends with those guys?
Rachel
Solomon Bowman.
O'Leary, Joey, King of DIY.
Yeah, he's based in East
They're
Coast, Canada.
they're all
Who's
the East Coast crew. Yeah,
Right. Right,
yeah.
and
Justin's had them all in his house. He had one night. He had Rachel O'Leary, King of DIY, were there the same night
wow.
in his basement before he even kicked up his basement to where it's at now. Before he built the shipping room the way it is now, and all the other tanks, the holding tanks for plants. This was like a year ago. He had them all over one night.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you know,
I kind of also I like Corey and them because I kind of like to hang out with the more sober crowd, the kind
yeah.
of crowd that's more business and not so much party and not so much drinking and all that. And that's
Mhm.
one reason why I like to hang out with Corey and
Yeah,
that kind
buddy.
of that group is just to keep it. I like to keep it clean.
Right. You know, they're all good
It's
people,
where
and
I'm at
they're
in my
curious
head.
about why they hate the other group. You know,
Let's
that
stay
I
classy,
understand,
YouTube.
but you know,
Well,
I mean, like,
everybody can do their own thing, but
I mean, honestly, if I had
I
to
don't know.
pick
I got
one,
little kids that watch my channel, and I like to keep it family friendly.
I
well,
know.
I am a little
I
kid.
mean, I have nothing
Hey,
against what other people. I'm not judging anybody. I have nothing against what other people
my
do in their free
no,
time.
my daughter watches most of everybody that I watch, and
Yeah.
she loved watching Fish Fam News.
Mhm.
And you know, there's a bunch of channels that she really likes. Like one that she really likes is Jay Aquafunk.
Oh
She
yeah.
loves the beginning of his videos. She'll yell, she'll run down the hallway. Can you dig it? Can
Yeah,
you
you told
dig
me
it?
this. I remember you saying this
Oh my
No,
before.
god.
I like
That's
She
what is it
funny.
called?
runs.
I like IFG's intros.
Oh man, she runs as
Yeah, they're
fast as
part of
she
the same
can.
clan there. Yeah.
We all have
IFG.
our own shtick though.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Well, in Jamaica, Raleigh from Jamaica, Fish Keeping Jamaica. He's been given. He gave me some crap today too about the news. He wants me to be doing the news again, and I'm gonna do it. It's got to be something bigger. It can't just be like the hashtag Fish Fam News. It cannot be that. Not with what I'm because it's only 300 or 400 people are gonna watch that video, and that's not. If You know, it
Exactly.
needs to be bigger. It needs to incorporate everybody. It needs to be, and for that
Yeah,
reason,
but
also
to
I need to
do
put more
that,
work into it. It's going to
yeah,
take
as
me
I
more
say,
work.
to do that, you'd almost have to farm out another person to watch videos all day long too.
It's not even about finding videos. No, it's incorporating more stuff, like more research. It's a full time gig. Like the whole week, I'd
Yeah,
have to spend finding out news about different things going on in the fish keeping world. Maybe some new medication that came out. Maybe some new filtration system. Hang on the back filter. Some cool light that just came out on the market. Just all these different products. Get some sponsors involved,
Yep.
and then share bigger news, not just our little hashtag fish fam community. It needs to be bigger than that. I mean, I still incorporate that, but it has to have like a system to be like, and this is our shout outs to the hashtag fish fam. And it would still be promoting that to the rest of the fish keeping world. So it would still be kind of blowing up the hashtag fish fam a little bit. Because there's a lot of people that have no idea what that is. You know, you go to the aquatic experience and you say hashtag fish fam, and people are like, "What? What's that?" You
Exactly.
know, there's
Matt.
only like 400 of us that know what that is. When I was last year, when I was at the aquatic experience, and I was like, my my microphone had hashtag fish fam news on it, and so many people inside that convention center were like, "What's the hashtag fish fam news? What's that? What's the hashtag fish fam?" And I'm like I didn't have the
you're
time to
like,
explain it to everybody.
you get mad too. I would get mad too because you're putting all that work and you just like feel like, I don't know.
Well, but the
I
hobby is huge, and
no, I know.
especially saltwater. And the hashtag fish fam community is not saltwater. Honest, it's fish. It's freshwater people, and at least the people that watched my news was about 350 to 400 people, which probably means when there's a following, like if you have 3,000 subscribers, on average 1%, I'm sorry, 30% of your viewers watch your content. So if we were to just gonna go out there real quick. If you were to take those numbers, if 400 people watch the hashtag Fish Fam News, maybe there's 1,200 people that are actually part of the community because only a third of people actually watch the content.
Yeah, it's the same way in
And that's on
clubs too.
average with, yeah, that's the same way even with Corey. Corey, only 30% of his subscribers actually watch his content.
Wow.
So technically, right now, I should 7,000 subs. I should have like 2,000 views within 24 hours of one of my videos, but that's still not happening. So which means I'm doing something wrong at that point.
Well, I don't know, man. I wouldn't say you're doing anything wrong. I would just say that there's, like with me, with all the subs that I have and everything, it's hard for me to go through every person I'm subbed up to and watch every single video every week.
Right,
Because in
right. Oh,
all
exactly.
reality, I don't have the time.
And I was doing that when I was doing the news, like my Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Oh,
Because I mean, to
I
do
binged
that
watched.
and
I
then
binged
try and
watched
get
YouTube.
into live streams too, it's so hard.
Hmm. Matt, can
Yeah.
you type something down below or in the chat so I can sub you up? I don't know if I'm subscribed. That's why.
Oh,
So you're not
okay.
subbed up to the Cichlid King?
I don't know.
I'm a junkie of them, but I wouldn't say king.
I
I
just
am
heard
a
that
junkie.
before. I've heard that before. I don't know. I'm not starting that. Somebody else, I think, said that.
Here's my channel right there. I don't know if you're
I
subscribed.
think I'm
So
Uh-oh.
many people come come on these streams. I don't know if I'm
go
subscribed
to
to
your
them or
room.
not. Like,
Go to your room.
am I
Yeah, go to
subscribed?
your room.
Ugh, ugh.
I think I am sub to you. Oh wait, I'm not. Now I am. I thought I was to you.
Yeah,
You
me
see
too.
what I mean?
Subscribed.
It's like there's so many.
I know exactly. Yeah, I just subscribed.
Yeah, like I got go karts or gone fishing. I got him. That's a cool name too. It's like I had to put when I first started. I was just Matthew Moore,
Hmm.
and I had to put cichlids on there because
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah. You
like,
have to.
yeah, everybody was just like, I'm just Matthew Moore. There's so many Matthew Moores in the world.
Well, and one thing that I learned from Corey is that you really should have something like that, a keyword in your
Yeah.
channel name if you want to kind of be known for that or even be found in that world.
You know what? I should.
He
There goes for my channel too, right? Like Aquascaping 101. There's like I feel like there's like thousands of channels that are also named aquascaping or have some kind of aquascaping in them.
Yeah, but if your
Oh
channel,
yeah.
I haven't really looked at your channel like a lot of your videos, but I personally would say that if you have a channel name like that, you should be doing like aquascaping videos
Aquascaping.
every week. Yeah, every week though, because if people type in aquascaping on YouTube, they're gonna find your channel eventually.
Yeah.
That's what people are
I
gonna be
gotta do
looking
more
for on your
aquascaping
channel.
videos because lately it's been mainly okay. Well, Jimmy, the videos with Jimmy. You know, I'm looking back: figure eight puffers, mud skippers, archer fish,
Oh, you have a mud
coral.
skipper?
Yeah, I have a few. I have like four. They burrow. I'll leave this link down below. Um,
Well, I've been thinking about that, but I want to create. I'm gonna hand build a paludarium from scratch for something like
mm,
that with some cool rocks that they can come up on.
And I'll be right back.
okay.
All right.
Yeah, any of y'all want to check the mud skipper video out? This is them fighting. So when they fight, they raise their fin, up, like, it's a really cool thing to see. I was lucky I was able to get all of them raising, flipping. I guess, they flip each other off. But, it was cool to see them getting to flip all of them or each other off. I mean, I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm watching. I was trying to watch your interview with Jimmy.
Jimmy, yeah. Yeah, I did. Let's see, I did a lot of that. I did a lot of, I think I
That's a
did 3
bummer
videos.
though about that fish store. How they like half their lights are off.
I know. I went back today. I got like I got like 3 pea puffers, and I got Nana Petite. I went back today, and the lights are all on.
Oh,
So I think we just picked like the worst day to go.
yeah, just bad timing there.
Yeah.
Well, and if I ever gonna film in a public place like that, I always call them ahead of time though, before, so I don't get kicked out or have an issue. Like I'll call them and say, "I'm coming to your location to film. Is it okay? I have a
Mhm.
YouTube channel." And usually they would say yes because it's promotion, it's advertising for them.
Well,
And
I
the only
know a
reason they
lot
would
of
say no is they'd be like, "Oh, the place is really dirty. I want to get my employees to clean it up. I don't want you to just film it the way it is right now."
right. I mean, you see, here's the thing. I never had to do that for these pet stores because the pet stores I went to, I'm friends with a lot of the employees. The owners know me. It's basically I always make fun of myself for being like, okay, this is like 10% of I'm like 10% of their profit, and I know they're fine with me filming usually when I go, and that was fun. That was really fun to do that, but I don't know. But yeah, you're saying, yeah, I should get back into aquascaping videos. The next video I believe I'm gonna come out with will probably be my unboxing video. Actually, that should be. I mean, honestly, that should be coming out tonight. I unboxed some Monte Carlo I ordered.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go watch that interview.
Hmm. The first tour I did with Jimmy. Um, am I subscribed to you? Yeah, I am. Oh, yeah, 7. Oh, that's pretty good, 7,000. But no, the first video I did, he gave me Corey's mic, I mean, I tried. I used that. It never really worked. So for the last two, I just used another mic. So the audio was kind of bad for that first one.
Well, it's just you're in a larger. You're in a side of a place that you're inside of like a fast food restaurant, right?
Oh no, I mean like the first video I did. I did a tour. No, yeah, I did a tour. I did 2 tours with him. The first video, it wasn't the interview. It was one video before the interview. But yeah. No, the fast food one, I had to kind of edit that a little different because, Jimmy told me this, and I thank God for that because this is gonna be I believe one of my more popular videos. That you every 14 seconds you're gonna have to cut it if there's like copyrighted music in the background. So we're inside like a Jack in a Box, and they were playing like Michael Jackson, like.
I just wouldn't have done it in. I'd stay away. I personally just stay away from the music.
Yeah.
Altogether, take him out to a park or something and go out.
The thing about that is when I was filming there, when we first filmed, it was fine. Then maybe 3/4, half the way, I guess, into our interview, they just started playing music out of nowhere. I'm like, oh god. That's why I include the clip at the end. Jimmy's just saying like, oh yeah, they're starting to play music. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
But, that was my main concern there. Just I don't get copyrighted.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be copyrighted. Who will copyright me? Just kidding.
Yeah. I'm happy with these Epistos, and I'm still trying to. I've been trying to figure out exactly what they are for sure. But closest thing I can find is a cockatoides. I don't know.
You
have to
caught
let them grow out a little bit bigger. Yeah, they're in Peru. But there's I'm falling in love with them. I've shunned away from cichlids for so long. And now
I would love to do one of those Peru tours, but again,
just need
in
more
Hawaii,
tanks. That's all.
It's kind of impossible to
slowly
it's just
coming around.
Yeah, the problem is that now it just makes me more addicted to having more tanks. It just made the multi-tank syndrome worse. Now I need tanks for my cichlids.
Hey, you know what? I'll show you. I mean, it was a trip. People didn't realize that you could do that.
Which part? The plants or?
People didn't realize that you could just randomly put female betas with these.
Oh, cichlids and female betas, yeah.
I feel like if you have if you have a large enough tank, it should be okay.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Right, you've got places for fish to go. I mean, it's pretty open actually. There's nothing real big.
These are just gold ocellatus.
No, and Simlis.
That's the Maltese, right? But the stripes are different.
You guys didn't hear him say that. No, I like Simlis better. Simlis are a little bit. They're not as I don't know. Maltese tend to jump around and just be more hyperactive than Simlis. And like right here, the golds are absolutely stunning, and they're so much fun to watch. These right here are the Euro imports.
Here's what I do. I breed the Maltese. I have one gold ocellatus. I don't know if it can keep the Maltese and ocellatus together. Could I do that?
Sure you can. You just have to remember that you're going to have to figure out a way that when you put them together, it's either wide open or you're going to have to divide it. Because I tried dividing it. And
what do you mean, rocks?
I tried, but it didn't work because the Simlis took over one, and the one dominant male took over the one half of the tank, and then I had 20 fish over here. So what I did was I gave them a jungle of water lily right there to just go in and play in and hide when things get tough.
Yeah, that's right. I picked the right tank to put my the Apistos in because I have two big like spiring rocks that just stick straight up in this 30-gallon tank. So like there's plenty of little chill spots all over, like completely divided up the tank with these two big large like spiring rocks. So it's like I don't know, it's perfect, and they're small enough that
Right.
30 gallons works for them. They're enough of a a dwarf
You see that
cichlid.
blue on the bottom. I don't know if it's the reflection, but that looks nice.
The blue
Mm-hmm.
where?
It was on the. I don't know if you can see right now, but for me, I see blue. I don't know if that's the lighting on the
Where?
belly,
From
on the side.
of the cichlids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah, that's the golds. Yeah, look, that's the male.
Oh yeah, right there.
That's the male. That's the female, and that's their fry down there.
Mm. You know what, Joseph? I was
These are
wondering.
giant.
Well,
I
that's
was
what Dean was
wondering,
telling me that they're gonna do. They're gonna drop fry like that. That they'll like,
Dean,
especially the way I got.
master beater.
Yeah, the way that I got the tank set up now. He saw it, and he's telling me that there's enough spaces. They'll make their own little spots, and they're not gonna eat
Well,
their fry.
they won't. You just have to give them a crap ton of shells to choose from, and then once you give them the shells to choose from, then you start taking some out. So
Shells
that
for who?
way.
For like my dwarf cichlid?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I
No, no,
thought you
no.
were
I'm just
along the lines of.
curious. I didn't know
Well,
if
like
this.
I'm talking like Shelly's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They need to have ones to choose from, right?
yeah, and then once they choose which shells, then just take some out. And then once they have fry and the fry get bigger, then they can start going into other shells and just toss them in.
Mm-hmm.
Me, because they're gonna start digging like right here. I mean, these dudes dug an entire hole,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
They'll go
these
down to the
guys,
glass. Yeah.
yeah, he doesn't dig over here. He's got a guard going up right now because of the fry.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. No, like they have the capability to move sand all over the place.
they can
And
move
in the fact,
shells.
right? They
Oh
can.
yeah, they'll
I've
redo
seen
the
them in
tank. Yeah,
show.
they'll rescape the tank. Yeah.
Right, like
Dude.
so. If you with these guys, I always tell people when you get shell dwellers, don't when you set up your tank, don't make it look nice. Don't make it the way you want it to look because, most likely in a few days, it'll be completely different.
Well, the only thing that I do that I try to do is I put lava rock in it to stop them digging from certain spots. Like under each one of my plants, I have lava rock,
Like little
so that
barriers
way
and all that
they
stuff.
don't. Yeah, so they don't dig out my lava rock. Don't dig out my plant.
Right. Okay. Cool.
See,
Oh, I
you can
see the
see right
rock
there.
Gonna have to
exposed
do
a
that.
little. Yeah.
Try that. I may have to go in a little bit. So if I
So it's
just
really just to
leave out of
protect the
nowhere,
roots of
then
the.
that's the reason why I just leave out of nowhere. I have to go in a little bit.
Alrighty.
But yeah, I don't know. I could stay for like maybe 5-10 minutes, depending.
So
But
I added him. And
oh,
another
that's cool.
like an albino in here to start cleaning up the plants and start doing some work. Now that these guys are actually giving fry out and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to ditch the snails because the snails they roll the shells, and what's
Mm-hmm.
happening is they get on top of the shells and they will completely roll it over and just try to clean it. And it doesn't matter if there's fry or not in there. It just they roll them over and it screws everything up. When if it's just the plecos will not mess with the shells that the shellies are in.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll just be the dirty
Those are
one.
just big snails. Yeah, they've got a lot of weight to them, and they'll spin it.
Yeah. They
Roll the
move.
shells over.
They roll them over like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they do a good job on keeping all of them clean. But I mean, I'm
Well, the
not
Plecos can
trying to
do
do
that too,
that.
though.
Well, the plecos don't clean the ones that the shell dwellers live in, though. So what happened is you'll have like 8 of them that are dirty all the time, and the rest of them will be clean.
Well, and I'm sure that the Shelleys are probably they're guarding that area and scaring the Pleco off,
Oh
right? So
yeah,
he can't. Right.
that's the tank boss.
Yeah, it looks like it.
He's a big jerk.
He looks
Watch.
like it. He's got the attitude. That's the thing about cichlids. They've got character. They have attitude and character.
Oh, he got attitude, bro. Watch.
Right? Like, what are you doing? What's up?
No, he's waiting for me to feed him, but I'm trying to get him to bite me.
Cichlids do have a lot of personality, but in my opinion, pufferfish have the best.
Oh man.
That's
It's a
why I
toss up
have.
between
I'm
that
not
and
gonna
my eel.
argue. I'm not gonna argue because I absolutely love these fish.
Right, like I
I'm
have
just
different
Yeah.
saying.
types of puffers. I have like pea puffers, figure eights, and Amazon. They're all
Yeah.
the I have a Fahaka, and
Get
they
up, you
have
bum.
I think
biggest
it's the
personality
eyes. It's the eyes
when
that get
their
It
people.
eyes
is, dude.
and their
But I
mouth. They're
have
always
a
mouth.
I have an eel, and I think my eel's like a dog. I think
Oh
my
yeah.
eel's got personality, but he's not like he doesn't have eyes like that, like a
Right.
puffer. But
Puffers. Whenever they see me with the block of frying shrimp, their eyes light up. And they come to the middle of the tank, just waiting for me.
Oh,
They're cute, girl. I love puffers.
this is gonna suck for her. This is her first day.
what
This is
happened?
her. That's her first day with her eggs. So it's gonna suck for her when I feed them.
It's gonna stress her out. Everybody's gonna be all over the place.
Nah, I just don't feed them as much. I throw whenever one of them's holding, I throw spirulina flake in there, and she can sneak some in if she really wants to, like that.
Oh, is it because of fire in her mouth?
Oh yeah, she's holding.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's got
Yeah,
a mouth
yeah,
full.
Mister. Puffers have personality. Puffers don't hold fish in their mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I give that.
yeah.
I always want.
In a week, I got to pull those out and put them in a tumbler.
Mm,
All right.
Those are his. That's my boy right there. That's my boy,
cool.
Blue.
Well, that's the other
Uh,
thing about these the pistos. They're not gonna do that though, right? They're not mouth breeders, so
no.
they'll make a
Oh,
What's
little
the
no.
nest somewhere.
smallest mouth breeder out? Or yeah, what's the smallest one out there?
The mouth brooder, you
Oh,
have
Yeah,
of
them.
a cichlid.
You have them. They're multis.
really.
Multis and similis. They're the smallest African cichlids in the world.
And they mouth. Yeah, I thought they just hide in the shell.
Well, I guess that would have to be, huh? Yeah, that's true. Because they do.
But they
They
do pick
do
them
lay
up
the
and move them in
eggs.
their mouth.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
They do that.
Like I'm
I
watching
don't know.
like these National
Technically,
Geographics. And what I mean is like, okay, whenever they sense, a predator, they all at once just swim in the mouth in like a second.
oh yeah, it's really cool. Well, I don't let her get that far. I won't let her do that. I will just pull them and then tumble them right here on my. That's for the Xenos. That's for the feather fin. So right here, I'll have another 20 down here next week, waiting for those. So I'll be doing the same thing right there, down there, with the feather fins. I
You
already
feeding
got
them
everything.
alive food,
No, no, no.
right?
I freed the fry spirulina right now. When they get a little bit bigger, I'll give them some brine.
Yeah,
Fine.
Dean's been trying to help me create a pretty solid brine shrimp hatchery setup with he says he swears by no more than two
Hmm.
No more than 2 like bottles at a time. He doesn't do 3 bottles.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get into
And
that.
Corey said
Like,
he doesn't do 3 either. You just stick with 2, and you just swap them out. You set up one
you
and you
know,
feed from the other, and then you switch to the
I
other one,
don't,
clean it out, and
I
set
don't
up
have a
the
lot
other
of
one.
fish that I need to have, brine shrimp hatcheries for. I've done in the past,
Well,
but
and that's what
not
Dean said.
now.
He said with all his tanks, even with all
Right,
his
like
tanks,
something
he
I'm gonna
hasn't
have to
needed
do in the
to have 2
future
more than 2.
is,
Yeah.
Jesse
Well,
is gonna hook me up with pipefish and the freshwater ones. And if you know the freshwater pipefish, these things only eat live Daphnia. So he's gonna have to
Daphnia,
teach
I
me.
wouldn't do Daphnia though,
I mean,
because of
that's
the
what they eat,
shells.
though. That's what they eat.
They won't do brine shrimp
I don't think so.
because the Daphnia is just harder to digest. The
Mm.
Daphnia than brine shrimp because of the shell
Right. Well,
on the Daphnia.
that's what they're eating. That's what Jesse said his is eating. Daphnia.
Okay.
And that's what, like, I don't know if you saw Coin Cops. He tore that guy's fish room not too long ago, and he had pipefish,
caught him
and
looking.
he's trying to breed the pipefish. He had him for like 3 months, and he's also feeding Daphnia. So everyone out there is saying that they eat Daphnia, but I see where you're coming from.
Oh man, I'm sure they will eat it, but I think that, well, at least what Dean had shared with me, that it's
Oh
the
wow, I
brine
put way
shrimp
too.
is still better.
Right.
I
But
totally
I
dropped
think
too
I
much
think
on
the
accident.
problem is too the pipefish's mouth is so small that Daphnia is better. And
Oh,
here's the
I
thing:
hate that
pipefish
crap.
is the pipefish is freshwater, and brine shrimp is saltwater. So the brine shrimp
They'll
won't
eat
last
it
long
all.
in freshwater, especially when they're babies. And the pipefish don't eat that much at a time. So like feeding like 2 or 3 baby brine shrimp, each day is kind of a pain. That's why normally people just have thousands or like hundreds of Daphnia in the tank water, for the pipefish.
When
Yeah.
it came when it came to these shellies with the fry, I started feeding a lot of this spirulina flake in
Mm-hmm.
the in here and breaking it up like that, and it works really well to get the fry down to or the food down to the bottom for the fry.
Hmm.
It really does work.
What's that really hot pink fish that it looks like a glowfish?
That's my galactic purple rainbow shark.
What?
Oh, I see
Dude,
those. They're like
is he
14
not
bucks.
pretty? I don't
Yeah,
even
It looks like
care,
a
man. He's
glowfish.
cool. It is a
it
glowfish.
is.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah, it's
couldn't
made by
turn him
Glowfish.
down, bro. I couldn't turn him down. I was like, "You're the coolest fish I've ever
You know,
seen."
but there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that
For a
there's a lot of
glowfish,
people
I
that
guess that is
are
pretty
activists against
crazy.
Glowfish, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on. Okay, I don't like the people for doing it, but since they did it, I mean, for real, you can't let that
He
fish
still needs a
die.
home, right? He still needs a home, right?
Yeah, I mean, why
I
not here?
I take care of one tank. I take care of one tank on island for someone and they have a hot pink glowfish in their tank, and this thing has outlived all the other fish too. I don't know what genetically what they're doing with those things, but
Mm.
this glowfish has outlived all the other fish in the tank.
I
Okay.
mean,
It's like 3 years old.
realistically, I probably won't keep him that long,
Hmm.
but I mean, he's cool.
He's cool. He's cool. I was thinking
It,
about picking them
he
up,
fits
but
in
they're
there with
$15. You got to realiase that. I don't know how much.
Oh, he's a
the
bastard
sorority.
sometimes, bro. You see, he's a bastard to those cichlids. He likes playing with them. Watch him.
Oh yeah, there he
All
goes
right.
darting around.
I
Yeah.
gotta go. I'm gonna go to a pet store right now. It's the one I toured Jimmy with the first time. I'm gonna
Well, at
go
least he's
there.
got enough attitude to keep
Stuff.
up with them, though. To keep up with those cichlids, like if he wasn't as tough,
Later,
if he
Aqua.
wasn't a bully.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's out.
I'm
You're
gonna
out.
stream in like 5 hours. So I don't know if you want to get
Oh,
into
I
that,
will
but
be asleep. Yeah.
all right, all right.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'm
I'll
out.
see you later.
Later.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. No, that at least he's got enough attitude to take getting bullied by the cichlids. He can take it and
Yeah,
give it
he
back.
had my rainbow shark had plenty of that I had in the main. that killed my in Antiochus melanogenus, that sand dweller.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, hey, what's up, dude? I like that super red pleco, man.
Oh yeah. We saw some of those in Peru.
Yeah, I wanted another one for that 40, but I just decided to get a regular couple. So what I've been thinking about doing is see these sips right here, the
Mm-hmm.
bigger ones.
Yeah.
Th- those are wild caught.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm thinking about taking them out and going with these right here. He's colored down because of these guys, but he's a fluorescent Eutatania, and he's a sip too, but he's just a little younger. And I'm thinking about breeding them out in here instead of these. I can't get these guys to do anything. I cannot get them to breed at all.
Well, it's just, you think it's just because of the other fish in the tank, though? If they were in their own tank alone, they'd probably be fine, right?
No, because man, he is in dress.
Who's this? Who's
Huh?
Is that Jay? I am Jay. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore that comment. He put a little smiley face at the end, anyways. Someone told me to let you have your turn and talk. Oh boy.
Oh, that's funny. I just read it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've been thinking about switching them out. I was talking to Kevin today, but see, these were in their own 75, and they were in their own 75 to breed for, I mean, months. And they were with James at the Cichlid Shack for a long time, and then I got them, but he couldn't get them to breed. And so I figured, I said, okay, well, I'll throw them in my community tank. Let's see what happens there. And I still I can't get them to do anything. And that's with all kinds of stuff. I've got breeding action going all around them, but them.
Hmm.
That guy is a beast.
Where'd your video go?
Sorry,
Oh
my
no, I
phone.
didn't. Oh,
Is it back?
no.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how dark he gets at night, dude. He likes breeding at night. Yeah, see the females going right over
Oh
there.
yeah. Yeah.
That's the reason why I bought him. I wanted that fish so bad.
Hmm. He's pretty.
Those cows will stand over him and wait for the female to drop an egg, and
Right. And
they'll go down and snatch it before he gets to come back around.
man, that's what I'm saying. Like they need their own tank.
No, they're all right. They'll do that right now. See, he takes care of them.
Yeah.
I don't. If I was breeding them for profit, like going nonstop with them,
Hmm.
I would. But I'm only taking them out and doing it right with breeders, just because I know that there are a few people that want some.
Hmm.
So that's the only reason why I'm doing it. But I thought about replacing these guys with some Icola tropheus. But and there's nothing in here that would mess with the tropheus. But I think that I'm just gonna, chill out with the trophius until I move to a house, and then I can put these guys all out of here into a 150, and then I
Oh, there
can
you go.
use this, and then I can use this 90 for a trophius tank.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I have planned. And then use. It's funny because I really don't need like 40-gallon breeders. I mean, I actually need 20 longs. And 40-gallon breeders are quite big for these.
Yeah, it is probably a little big, more room than you need to grow them out.
Yeah.
But it's healthy that way too. I've noticed that with any fish that I've ever bred, anything that I've ever grown out, the more water column, the better, the faster they'll grow.
Well, some I thought of, I thought that most, if I needed, I can put a 29 on top and 20 on the bottom, and do another one like that. If I wanted to breed sips, I could do that and just grow sips out in a 29 like that. Because sips are these are really small when they're, growing out, dude. They're really small. I mean, these are giant because they're wild caught.
Mm-hmm.
But those are tank raised.
A bunch of people in chat.
Wow,
Who's
there
got?
is.
Oh, is that you with the
Kiki's in the
TV on in the
house.
background?
Oh,
Somebody got the
me?
TV
Yeah.
set on.
No, I'm watching the game. You guys, I told you guys I was watching the game.
Oh, I just didn't know if that's okay with.
Kiki.
It's got me in trouble before
Yeah.
with copyright
I'm
stuff.
15 minutes away.
What happened?
Jimmy H is here.
Uh
You know he gonna start that Kiki song.
huh. Well,
No, he types it in the chat.
what is everybody going on about? Am I getting in trouble for talking about cichlids or for? I talk a lot. I'm not.
I'm the same way, bro.
I know
I'm the
this,
same way.
man.
I get in trouble so much all the time. People just get annoyed with me.
I usually get in trouble by Priscilla.
Duet and Dude. Oh my gosh, she knows Matthew Moore by Dude.
Who?
That's him. Carrie just said, "Oh, that's Matthew Moore. I see Dude."
That's
Dude.
what I'm talking about, dude.
She
Uh-oh.
said, "Oh, that's Dude. That's Matthew Moore." See, there we go.
I'm in so much trouble.
See, there's Kiki.
Oh no! See, you said it
Read
though.
it.
You said it big. I'm not
Don't you
reading it.
read
I
it
know.
when it says his street name and he got
I've
Kiki,
got.
do you love me?
Oh my God, he
I've got
just
those
started
lyrics.
singing that song. Oh no.
I got
Oh
those
no.
lyrics memorized
You
from
read
his
it?
chat. So. Yeah, no, I've got those lyrics memorized from his chat. Believe me, I don't need to read that. It reminds me of a video that I want to do though.
That's funny. She ain't even dropping eggs, but she going. She going. She wants her man.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's really a song. Now she gonna ask me, is that really a song?
What's up, Red?
Where are we at? Chat?
Yeah, I was just going through chat.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw I saw Red Dirt Cichlids in there representing that. 2-1 D-backs right now. Red Dirt.
Hmm?
D-backs are 1 up on the Dodgers.
You got his what? He's in the Bahamas. Of course he gonna be burnt.
Who? I'm in the
You
U.S.
said you
Virgin
got a
Islands.
tan.
I am in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Yes,
You
and it's
still
Friday.
burnt.
It's it's a little bit. It's a little
You
tender.
still burnt like a lobster.
It's a damn. It's a little tender. I worked all day. It's Friday,
I'm
man.
burnt.
Bro, I did concrete all week. You guys did not
I
want me
laid
on chat
steel.
too much. I
I've
would have
been
just been
doing.
in here making a
He's
fool.
burnt.
I've been doing iron
He's
work.
a lobster.
Steel. I've been laying steel all day.
He
I'm
need be having
building.
some stuff on his face.
Yeah, I didn't realize it
Sunscreen.
was. Well, it was cloudy and rainy today, but the sun. You didn't realize it, but the sun was coming through those clouds, and I was
He,
still getting sunburned. But it didn't feel like it
You
his
got
until
skin
the end
should
of the
be
day.
used to
JH
by
got
now.
that
He been
San
down
Diego
there so
burn.
long.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you
No, I
got
got a line.
you got
I
that
got a
San
line.
Diego burn, man. I was down in, every time I go to
U.S.
San Diego,
Virgin
man, I
Island.
get burnt. Burnt.
Yeah, they got white sand.
Yeah, I'm in the Virgin
He
Islands.
never
I'm not the
sees it.
Big Easy. I'm not in the Bahamas. I'm in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
He
U.S.
working all
Virgin
the time. How
Islands.
you get to see the sand?
I can see it from the rooftops that I'm building.
You can see it from the rooftop. That's the only time he see this beach. He get off work. He too tired to do anything except go home.
And sit
That's
in front of
why.
my computer and
That's why I
ramble.
don't live in San Diego.
He hears everything I said. He knows it's the truth. He be
I
outside all day. He running home
could go to I might go to
to
the
get
beach
underneath the
tomorrow.
air condition.
I think I might go to the beach tomorrow, actually. But now I'm burnt from work.
He ain't going
I
to no
need to
beach so he
heal.
can burn some more.
You're gonna go take you one of them
I need to even it
cabanas and
out.
just sit under it all day long.
Well, I need to even out the farmer tan.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with the good farmer tan. I got me one smooth.
Yeah. Straight lines.
Straight lines, bro. And that's after about 7 years of wearing a long sleeve shirt too.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know he didn't.
What?
See, there's red dirt that's talked
Punchy.
about you.
Who? He's been talking about me.
White boy burn fast.
Oh, I
Ain't
burn
that
fast. I ain't no
true?
joke.
Yeah. Yeah, it
No,
was
that
cloudy,
burn
but the
turns into
UV
that white
rays were coming right through the
skin. Get
clouds.
the
Yeah.
peeling off.
No, this is
No, your
nice. This
skin
is just
peels
right.
off.
This is just right. I'm not burnt at all. This is just kind of, just a little tender, but not burnt. Like it's not gonna peel.
Love me
It's gonna
tender.
set. It'll set
Love
a little bit
me.
of coconut
Elvis
oil.
Presley.
It's gonna set.
I hear you guys, man. I'm gonna go. I want to go to sleep.
You
I'm
know
gonna
he
sit
can't
in,
go to sleep because that girl is still up. So I don't know why he's playing with
bro.
us.
She is not
She went to
even.
bed.
Yeah, she's not asleep. I
That's what he
laid
Oh
her
no.
down.
tell
She
us.
gave me lip like at
Uh-huh.
least
I heard
30
it.
minutes ago. Let me see. Son of a. All right.
She's up, ain't she?
I walk in there. She's watching Inside Out on my laying on my bed.
Talking about she sleep. I told you that girl up.
I told her to go to bed at 8. She went to bed, but she turned on a movie.
Right. She went to bed. She got a cat nap in.
God,
Only
I
time
hate
she
it
gonna
when.
go to bed is when mama come home.
Yeah, mom's gonna be home
I
here
ain't
in
getting
like
my
10 or
butt whooped.
15
I ain't pay
minutes.
him no attention. He don't mean nothing. Mermaid, she's still up. But it ain't late
Yes,
for him.
she just walked right by me.
It's
She gave me.
11:42 over here.
She may have had
He's
those
here.
the
He's here.
sunglasses on.
Give him a $3 tip. Write it on the paper. You always do.
All right,
No,
guys,
I
I'm out.
told her.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Matthew. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Summer is near here. The snakes will be out shortly. Yeah, you taking our summer away.
Who's taking summer away?
He getting the summer. He had the winter. Remember, Australia has the winter when we have our summer. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Watch out. Wow, somebody's submissive over there.
Yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am.
Someone's
That's out of respect.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I've been away from the South too long. I
You
don't do that
sure
anymore.
have.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to practice that before I go home and visit. Watch out, that's contagious. Watch out.
This stream ain't gonna go long.
Not if you keep yawning.
Shit, it's time to go to bed.
Y'all are killing me. What? All right, whatever.
It's up to
It's
you. You want to stay out
11:45.
here and take care of it? You do right
Uh-uh.
ahead. I'm shining off.
No, no,
It's
I'm good. This is that Jay's other stream? That's his other name. His other. Oh, he
808.
changed it. That's right. He changed his
The
channel name.
phone number, the area code, I think, for
Oh
Hawaii is
boy.
808.
He's just confusing folks. Only reason I know it's him is from the logo there. This
Mm-hmm.
avatar. Oh boy. Whew. See, it's your fault. Big.
It's 12
Your fault.
o'clock for you, 15 minutes to you two. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's my Friday night. But I'm still trying to keep quiet, be
I
respectful
don't
because
remember. I guess so.
just chilling. I got things to do. I can go edit a video. Did you see that one today, Big?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's probably the last of those. I might do another video in that series on how to handle the fish, how we
Mhm.
caught, collected, handled, quarantined, and
Jeremy's in the stream.
Jeremy,
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy who?
Welcome.
Sergeant, Mr. Tank, Mr. Tank, Mr. Sergeant Tankman, Mr. Jeremy. What is up, Jeremy?
Maybe he
We're
might come up.
we're trying to not
I
contagiously make
can't do it
everybody
on this.
yawn. Yeah, oh, that's what I got to do this weekend. I got to start quarantining all these fish. I wanted to give them a couple of days to just get food back into their stomachs, and just kind of pull it together. And now I'm gonna this weekend I'll start hitting them with meds. All the fish that I brought in from Peru, they'll all get. I'll do the trio and let them sit on that for a couple of weeks, and then Then I'll clean up the water a little bit, and then I'll do levamisol. I'll do the levamisol last on its own after the other meds. After I've done the other meds for a couple of weeks, at least 2 or 3 weeks, because they've gotten they've gotten erythromycin and the other stuff, but they haven't been properly dewormed yet. And I like to use the levamisol for the deworming, but you don't want to use levamisol with all the other meds. You want to use levamisol on its own. At least that's what I've been told to do by many people.
No,
Is
no
to
more
treat
substitution.
with levamisol separately
Yes,
than like
please.
erythromycin and praziquantel and all that. I don't even think I'm going to use ICX. Like, to me, I don't treat with ICX unless I see ick. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but I'd rather save the ICX. But they'll get a little bit of a little pinch of salt, marine salt in the water, erythromycin, praziquantel, and metronidazole, and then I'll do that for, like I said, at least 2 weeks. How are you, Jeremy? I've been missing your live streams, missing your late night live streams. Maybe I just missed them. I don't know if maybe you have not been doing them. I don't know, but I usually get the notifications for them. Jay can't help himself, can he? No, maybe that's my microphone, Jay. Maybe that's my microphone.
They gotta have some fun. You know how he is.
uh I know he's in the panel, but
He's doing both.
ooh, there we go. See on number 2.
Nope, it's probably in the couch.
But I need to get some baby brine going, just to kind of diversify the diet, help fatten these guys up. The cichlids need to get fattened up again. The apistas, because they were kind of starved for a few days for shipping. But I'd like to get them some live food. I need to order some microworms and stuff just to get some. Just I do like to have worms just because I like to have a fatty food to diversify it. Like, I wouldn't feed them worms all the time, but I definitely like to have some live worms as like part of the mixed diet. And then have the brine as a little bit more of a higher protein, as another, a higher protein live food, and then put some powdered flake food in there and mix up their diet. That's, to me, is the best thing, have an assortment of stuff. Okay, so I'm not just missing your notifications. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it's, if YouTube's tripping or something. See, now I'm self-conscious to talk because everybody I deserve it though. I'm a talker. So I'll get crap for talking, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna be quiet now, and nobody else says anything. They're sitting in the silent stream, and I'm like, can I talk now? Is it my turn? Just to raise my hand.
What's wrong with Jay? He ain't talking tonight. This is weird.
I know.
Jay ain't saying a word.
There he is. Oh gosh. Y'all killing me.
Now he sound like a mouse.
Oh, what else did I need? I need crushed coral. I need to get some crushed coral.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm finishing. I'm gonna not finish, but I'm gonna go ahead.
Ashley's in the house.
There she is. Well, she's been here lurking. I know she's been lurking. She's been here, but she's just been lurking. Yeah, Ashley.
She's looking for trolls. That's what she's looking for.
Oh yeah, she's on the hunt. Snipe them like Diva does. She'd take them right out of the air before they have a chance.
Ashley be looking for trolls.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Look
you've
at
only
me
just
leaving.
arrived. You were in here earlier. Whatever. Oh, you're working. Yeah. I'll see it when I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, I'm about to go get something else to drink, but all I have in there, well, I guess I have some tea. I have tea. Stay away from the energy drink. I don't need to be hyping myself up to stay up any longer.
We end up doing an all night stream.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that.
That's what you always say.
I know tomorrow's I gotta do some stuff tomorrow. Um I have to plumb in my expansion tank and my pump for my RODI system, and I have to clean out the chamber where all my filtration, all my housings are going, and I'm gonna plumb in. I have 3 more phases that need to get plumbed in, but they'll go in later. So right now it's gonna be a 6 phase, a 6
No, you didn't
phase
say no.
system with a 2-gallon expansion tank and a 60 psi Aquatech pump. So it's actually going to end up being 9 stages altogether. My water filtration system. I'll basically have 2 filtration systems. One filtration system that's just DI. It gives me 13 parts per million. And then whenever I really want pure water, I'll run it through the other RO system, like the
That
actual
one.
RO membrane, and then get 100 parts. I mean, get 0 parts per million. But my water's so bad, my city water, I need to run it through like 2 sediment filters and 2 carbon blocks before I put it through anything else, before it goes to a DI resin or anything. What? I don't even know what that means. Can someone translate that? Yeah, he pulled it. He retracted it. I don't even know what that meant. That's some Hawaiian slang. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It sounded crude, but I needed a Hawaiian translation. Right, Dub? That's probably a good idea, especially with goldfish. That or a sump with all the crap that they make. So like half my tanks are getting turned to black water just naturally, especially with these fish I brought in from Peru. They're all going black water. Check this out. 1 second.
Black water.
This is just one handful.
That thing I got turned up. It's freezing in here.
Check that out, Big. That's just one handful. West Indian almond leaves. I've started to process and process them myself. I've got people that I've been selling them to online. I got offered some pretty big deals.
Oh,
Like I got some orders
almond
for
leaves.
I got orders for 1,000 pieces, 10,000 pieces. This is just
Yeah.
one. This is just this is 50 leaves right here. 50. It might be more like there's about 50 leaves right here. But I've got piles of them behind me, piles and piles of them. But I've been putting them in like, and a 55-gallon is now a full black water tank with the Corridoras, the CW109s, 2 bumblebee cats, which have since they're completely disappeared now in the leaf litter, and then my spawning, my breeding pair of angelfish. I got a bunch of stems and like sticks in there, and like a whole bed of leaf litter. Right, there's 25 plus almond leaves at the bottom, and I've even boiled almond leaves and created extract and added some to the water to kick the tannins up a little bit more. And at the same time, now it's tea colored water, but my TDS is like under 100, so I'm trying to get it down even lower, because when we were in Peru, there was not a TDS higher than 15 parts per million anywhere in the wild that we went. It was all 15 parts per million or lower. So any of these wild caught fish that I have, if I really want them to breed, I'm going to have to get the water column conditioned, to their natural environment, which is going to be like 6.8 pH and about 15 parts per million. And but still, that's at the same time black water, lots of leaf litter, lots of little protozoa and microorganisms in the leaf litter. I'm trying to make a breeding tank right now that's just leaf litter and just let it cook. Just let it grow. Let the leaf litter break down. Let all kinds of little microorganisms start to come to life in the leaf litter, in a bed of leaf litter, so that when I spawn the fish in there, the fry can eat that first. Their first meal will be all and stuff in the leaf litter. That's the plan, anyways. It's killing me, Jay. Killing me.
You having so much fun with you tonight. It's ridiculous.
Just, Jeremy's about to as well.
Not
He's-
they
he's-
both adding up on you.
I know.
They
It's
both
all
cracking
good.
jokes on you tonight. Yep. They teaming up on him tonight.
I've come to love the smell of this though, like the smell of the leaf litter. Like I've been boiling so many almond leaves. I've been boiling like 100 leaves at a time in a big pot, and like the whole house smells like it. And it's like I don't know. I've come to have an acquired a. I don't know. Just I like the smell of them now. When you walk in your house and your house smells like West Indian almond leaves, like tea brewing all day long. No, but I've been taking the tea because I'll boil the leaves down or at least blanch the leaves to sterilize them and make them soft again so that I can flatten them so they dry flat for packing and for shipping. And I cut off the stems as well. But I take the tea from the pot after I'll keep using the same water to blanch the leaves. So I'll do like 200-300 leaves, and then I'll take that water and I pour it into gallon jugs and keep it in the refrigerator so that it doesn't turn on me, start to grow really. And then I can add that tea to the tanks to increase the tannins in the tank. So I have like 4 gallons of West Indian almond tea in the refrigerator.
You got no room for no groceries. There's gonna be all liquids in there, a tea.
But I'll tell you what, the corridors love it. They love the leaves. They're just so happy. You can tell they're happy. It's called passion, Jay. It's called passion for the hobby. All right. uh, I've been making boiling so many of these leaves. I'm
Where
like,
is
it's not
everybody?
poisonous. I should be able to make tea out of it. I should be able to drink that stuff. Add a little sugar, man. Make some sweet tea out of West Indian almond. It can't be poisonous. It can't be bad for me, right? I don't know. I've been tempted though. I've definitely, the last couple of days I've been boiling hundreds and hundreds of leaves, and I've been so tempted to just make a glass
Make a
of it.
drink.
Add some, yeah, man, make a glass of it. Add some sugar to it. Make some sweet tea. Probably doesn't have a lot of flavor, but then again, I haven't consumed any of it yet, so who knows? Mm.
Now you talk about taking a drink of that tea from the almond leaves. We don't know yet.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got gallons of it in the refrigerator. That's a YouTube video. That's a YouTube video. Oh boy. Oh, you're gonna agree with Joey Ashley. That's awesome. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Oh boy.
It can't be everybody asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. I'll probably get off here when Joseph go. He be
Oh
getting
yeah.
off pretty soon. Cause
Yeah.
girlfriend gonna be telling him to get off in a
Watch
minute.
out. I don't know what you just said. I didn't hear that at all. I
I
can't
said
hear
she
you.
gonna tell you
No, no,
about
no.
the call. You up here
I didn't
laughing
want you.
and waking
Did
her
not
up.
want you to repeat it. No, sir.
You gonna
Yeah,
wake
it's
her up.
12. It's my Friday night. I do what I want.
All
I
right,
do
then
what
go
I want.
smack him back of the neck.
Uh-uh.
Hey, she gonna
No,
come back and smack you in the back of the neck with her funky toe.
no. Things just get thrown. That's all. Things fly. That's what. If anything would happen, things would fly. And I have a rule:
What's that?
you don't throw stones if you live in a glass house, right? If you live in a glass house, you don't throw
Mm-mm.
stones. So that's a. It's. I'm at a point right now. It's icing on the cake there. That's the last straw for me. Mm-mm. Not okay. Too much glass in this house.
You know she can't pick up no fish tank.
No, but you can throw things at them.
She
That's what
wasn't
I'm talking
there.
about. Oh, you kidding me? I want to talk about the subject. But no, no.
She ain't gonna
That's
flood the house.
yes. What? We're not gonna. Yeah, no. It's happened.
Cause her
Like
stuff is in the house.
no, it's. Don't want to talk about it. But no, that's the go-to. Throw something. That's the go-to. That's the first reaction, which is doesn't fly for me.
Mm.
Pardon the pun. That's a good way to. That's yeah. Big bad no no.
Who came? It says 9 watching.
Hmm. Where's that at?
Somebody's back. There's a meeting in my bedroom. Don't be late.
What?
She says a meeting in my bedroom told me don't be late.
Who said that?
Carrie told me that.
Uh oh. I think you gotta go.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm an old man. I don't do things like that. When you outgrow stuff like that, when you get old,
Oh no! I hope that doesn't ever happen.
just wait till you
No.
turn 50, then you realize it happens.
Oof. Oof. I just keep. I gotta go to the gym. I gotta keep keep myself
It
stretched
don't
out.
matter. You can go to the gym all you want.
Oh boy. Well, at least there's still
Father
fish keeping.
time says something different. You gotta remember, our peak was in our teens and our 20s.
Uh-huh.
The farther you get away from your 20s, the less it goes.
Well, yeah, midnight is my cutoff time, though. I was definitely gonna get out of here at midnight, so
You gonna
soon,
leave when
soon,
it's 10
soon.
and there's 10 watching?
Huh? 10 people watching us talk.
Yeah, yes.
Oh no. Where is everybody else? Why does he need to get someone else up in this chat? up in this
Jeremy
panel.
need to come up here. His baby sleep.
Mm-hmm. Babies.
No, he only got one
Well, yeah,
baby.
yeah.
I can't leave.
I need to go get something to drink, though. I'll be right back.
It's complicated. Pam, you gonna come up here? Pam came back. Pam don't sleep. I think Pam is a vampire. I never see Pam sleep. Pam always up. None of us sleep, Mark. Are you kidding me? It's 11 o'clock. I know. I'm tired of looking at that tank. Ugh.
We have animals.
Animals,
Animals in the stream.
animals.
What's up with that?
Shh, don't tell
Why is Ashley
anyone.
green? Why is Ashley green?
Hmm?
I said, why is Ashley green?
Right, Ashley did what?
She's got a nauseated face.
I have no idea.
Oh boy.
25 kids.
I just have to like filter out
Yeah,
Jay. Love
sleepover.
you, buddy, but
I think Jeremy got a house full of kids tonight.
uh-oh. Well,
Yeah, they all sleeping.
I was asked if I wanted to man the My Aquarium box booth at the Aquatic Experience.
So what happened with that?
I don't want to. I'm not going to the Aquatic Experience to stand at the booth and work. They couldn't pay me enough money. I mean, I like them all. I can't, I love Greg Jones. He's a good guy, but I'm not spending the money to go to the Aquatic Experience. They'd have to buy my plane ticket if they want me to man the booth. I'm not going to go to the Aquatic Experience and pay to be there to stand behind their booth for them all weekend.
Mm.
I'll sign autographs at the YouTube booth and go out to dinner at night with everybody and hang out and cool out. But I'm not gonna man a booth. I'm not gonna work a booth unless I'm getting I'm working. I'm not gonna man a booth unless I'm getting paid for it. And they're the company is sponsoring me completely, like paying for everything. I wouldn't do that for any company. Like it's work, to stand there at the booth and man the booth. That's their job. For 6 or whatever it is, 6 hours a day while the convention's open for 3 days straight. I'd want any company I did that for. I'd want them to pay for all my expenses, travel, airfare, hotel, and even a per diem for food. The whole trip.
True.
That's what I would. Not that we didn't get that deep into it. I wasn't trying to bargain with them. Not going there to hang out behind a booth. I would watch the booth for a couple hours. Like someone could go out to lunch or something. I'd do a couple hours for fun, but that's about it. I want to run around and film and interview people and hang out, take off if I want to go out to lunch with some YouTubers or go out to dinner and just be free. Because at this point, I'm paying for my airfare, so it's a vacation until somebody else is paying for it. Really, Ashley, this is quality content. Is this what you call quality content? Jeez. Oh, this is the end of a long week of work. Well, not really that long, but today was rough. I moved a lot of steel. I was a workhorse today. I moved steel and iron beams and built a roof today. Or at least framed a steel roof. In the rain and in the sun. Ted Sodix is here. Big Easy.
Hello, Diego. Welcome to the stream. You up late?
Miss Pamela.
Mm-hmm.
I just call her Miss Punchy now.
Yeah, I used to call her a dude.
I didn't know at first. I was confused. I'm not confused anymore.
Look at she didn't beat you down yet. Pamela gonna get you.
I think I'm good. I'm on her side. I'm good. I think I'm safe.
Mm-mm.
It's better than Kiki lyrics.
Oh, don't you talk him up.
Jay, he can't. He's no filter. That should be your new. That should be your new channel name, Jay. No filter.
And my real job.
No filter.
And I have to work all weekend at my real job.
YouTube is my weekend job. YouTube's my side hustle.
Mm.
That's my Saturday and Sunday. And my hobby. I mean, my Saturday and Sunday is a combination of water changes, fish room maintenance, and filming. or editing. Yes, Ashley, I did it last year. We all kind of take turns at the YouTube booth, at the YouTube booth. We'll all kind of sit down and take our turns, signing autographs. It happens. It happens. It was weird last year because I think I only had like 1,500. I had like less than 2,000 subs, and I didn't. I just was hustling, I'm working hard that way at all. And they sat me down at that table and like, do your thing, and I was like, no, I felt very awkward.
So people know who you were.
Yeah, kids too. That was the weirdest thing, was like when you have some kid walk up to you and be like, "Oh, I watch your channel, this and that," and that was just like it hit me. It was like, this is for real, and like kids are watching you, so you need to make sure, for one, that you keep it clean, and for two, that the information that you share is spot on. That you're not misleading anybody. You're not just. That's the biggest thing that frustrates me, is people making some channel and trying to tell people how to do something and it's wrong. Like, it made me realize that the content that I create needs to be spot on, and that the videos that I make, I need to know what I'm talking about, so I'm not misleading young people that are just learning the hobby. They need to know. If you're going to tell them, then you better know what you're talking about, or be honest and say, you know what, I just don't know a lot about that. You go check out this guy's channel, and go check out this channel. They have information on that subject. Like, I think it's better to just be honest when you don't know about something and be real. But yeah, seeing kids come up to me was like, wow, like that almost got me emotional. Like having like 11, 12-year-old kids come up to you, and like it was like, wow, like I don't know, just the youth. I guess, being an adult in the hobby, you think of the hobby as being a bunch of other nerdy adult fish keepers, but like more of the hobby is very young people. Like, that's where we all started. We had our first fish tanks when we were kids, probably, and that's where it began. And I guess you forget that maybe as an adult in the hobby, until you go to like a convention like that and you see so many kids there, and you realize how many kids are watching our content on YouTube. They're coming to our channels for information, and it just totally woke me up and changed. It was a reality check about what I'm doing on YouTube, really, honestly. Jay, I cannot. He just. I'm serious, Jay. You need to change your channel name to No Filter. It'd be spot on. It's perfect. It would be a play on words for the fish keeping hobby, and it would be No Filter. That's what I'm going to call you from now on.
No filter.
No Filter. It's a good channel name, honestly.
Water filter fish.
But and Jeremy's in here, and that was like when I went there, like he was the first person I saw when I arrived last year. And we got to sit down and talk a lot, talk about not just fish keeping but life and stuff, and that was really nice, honestly. But I'll definitely be more relaxed this year. It'll be fun. Be a little bit more laid back. I won't be so like uptight. I was really trying to do a lot. I was kind of worried and didn't really know anybody. This year I'll like have relationships with a lot more people, and I'll just be a lot more laid back about it. And I'll have a plan too, because I know what I'll be in for.
She's not for
Not for
sale.
sale.
Oh my god. That just cracked him up.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the world is Carlos at?
Oh shoot. Carlos, which Carlos?
DBK.
Oh, DPK. Okay. Where is he?
Jeremy gonna get a hold of Carlos. I'm the king of clowning.
What else was I doing around here this weekend? Plumbing in the RO filter. Well, I've already plumbed it in, but like I'm gonna just hot rod it out, basically. Hot rod this RO filter. Medicate. Start quarantining. Start my meds on the fish from Peru. And I should film something. I have no plan. I should have this all planned out. Like I'm supposed to have my whole month planned out. That's what I mean. I'm not supposed to, but I would like to have my videos for the whole month planned out. But I don't like on my whiteboard like have a schedule of what I need to film and what days the videos come out. Everything. I'm trying to hit it hard, but I'm such a procrastinator. It's going to be what gets me in the end. Is just I procrastinate. It keeps me behind, but
I always call
it's
you a
not good for the
procrastinator.
business. What's up?
I always call you a procrastinator.
Mm-hmm. That'll get you in the end, though. I think I'd like to be ahead of the game.
Mm.
A lot of times I feel like I'm trying to play catch up.
Oh boy, now you say I see you.
What's happening?
I like ketchup.
Am I on the hot seat still? It's just Jay, though. I'm not worried about it.
You're gonna be funny tonight. I had to take the wrench away from him because he started saying stuff that was inappropriate.
Who? Oh, you
I had
did?
to
You
take the
took his
wrench
wrench
away
away?
from him because he was saying
Oh,
stuff
no.
inappropriate.
Uh-oh. That'll slow.
So now you say something inappropriate. Ashley's gonna put the hammer down.
Oh, no. She could put it down hard, though, so you better be careful. Don't test Ashley. She's like diva. And she's got to regulate. She'll regulate. I know. Oh, I was wondering where ketchup came from there. I was like, what is she talking about ketchup?
Mhm.
Oh boy. Yeah, you are. In a mood.
I'm okay.
Oh boy. I'm still on here. I'm supposed to be gone. I
Yeah,
don't
I
see
wouldn't
the.
say
I
that.
got the. I know I got the chat, but I don't see what's up in the. How many people are here? 9.
9.
9 people. Who else is live? Nobody.
Nobody.
Oh, Matthew Moore just put up a video.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Ashley said, I like risky behavior in the side chat. I like trolls too. But Mark doesn't. So off.
What's she saying? I'm listening. What's she saying?
Just reading what Ashley just said.
She likes trolls. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Oh man, I just hit the wrong button, and my video editing suite's is opening up on me, which just blows up everything and takes up a bunch of system resources.
She
Let's
about to
get out of
chop
there.
off Jay's head.
Who? What? Who?
She calling him a troll. She gonna chop his head off.
I'm a troll?
She calling Jay a troll.
Oh yeah.
She gonna call. What happened? What happened to JH?
What do you mean? I'm here. What happened to me?
His battery, he gone.
I'm here. What happened? What happened? What'd she do?
Jay's battery died.
Oh, Jay.
Hmm.
Oh, she's in a mood though. Watch out. I'm not messing with Ashley.
Yep, his battery died.
Uh-oh.
Somebody else done came in. Now it's 10. Somebody done put 4. There's 4 up here. Who's it? Master of Crowd is updated puffers.
My frustrating fish that I got in though are the black bar tetra. They go by other names, but the um,
Skillets. Shirts.
I don't know, but black bar tetras. But they I have I have a group of about
Showing the
13.
different names for them.
I have a group of 13
Let's
of them,
see here
and
in the
they just
names.
hide out. They hide out behind this piece of flame moss in the tank I put them in. They're so skittish. They won't come out. Like they'll only come out if I just don't feed them for the whole day, and then I feed them, and then they'll all come out
Getting
just to get the
silly
food,
now.
and then they take off behind the flame moss again and hide out like in a school.
Mm,
They're all alive. There's nobody's dead. They're all happy, but they're just they're wild fish, and they're not comfortable in the tank yet at all. Plus, they've been moved around so many times. They've been across the planet. Went from Peru to Seattle, Seattle to the Virgin Islands.
I'm going to the TV. I'm going to the computer in the bedroom.
No, they just need to get comfortable. They need to relax. So they're at home now for the rest of their
Summertime is
life.
here until the wintertime come. Yep. No, we change. He don't.
What happened? Me? Listen to Ashley. I know stuff. That's all. I know stuff. Let's say it with a southern accent too. I know stuff. Oh boy. I'm about to get out of here soon. I should. It's that time.
It's late.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's Friday, but
Ain't nobody here. Nobody in
nah, I want
chat.
to be.
Nobody coming in chat.
Wanna-
Jesse ain't here.
Woohoo. Where's Jesse? He's not here.
Mm.
I watched his
Oh, you
video.
know it came back.
I watched his video though. That was cool. And I liked his thumbnail too.
Carson never said he was. Where Carson went?
He wasn't in here.
Carson wasn't here.
When?
A101. His name is Carson.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall asleep on you in a minute.
I know. I'm feeling that way too. I gotta get out of here before. I can't let that happen on stream. That wouldn't be good. It'd be a first. I don't need to do that.
I do it all the time. I got no shame in my game.
I'd nod off a few times into my microphone first. That would happen first. I'd nod off a few times and hit my head on my microphone.
It's a 3 hour stream. They be fine. Ain't nobody coming up here. You dog, you see you by your head going back and forth on that mic.
No, I'm
You know
joking.
you tired. You just rocking back and forth.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm hanging in there.
I'm gonna be up about another 3 hours. I am. The Carson gonna be streaming another hour or two. I'm about to go. I'm too sleepy to stay up.
Alrighty.
It's too late. I need some sleep. All right then. Bye bye.
Oh, you're out of here? All right, yeah.
I'm out of here.
All right, I'm gonna hang up. And Jay just came back, but no, I'm gonna go. I gotta get off of
I'm
this.
too
I gotta get off of
tired.
my computer. Alrighty. Well, have a good night, man.
Good
Everybody
night.
take care. Enjoy your weekend.
I'm gonna get up in the morning and stream.